And good morning, everybody. We're having our morning coffee. This is take, oh my God, this is take 5 of the topic today is common tomato plant ailments. Now, I've seen a lot of videos, and I know my tomato plants. I had smoke and a heat wave you cannot believe. And I have a few ailments I've seen everybody else throughout the country through YouTube. First one I've seen a lot is tomato wilt. It's caused by a bacteria, and then followed by tomato virus. Now this virus will hit pepper plants as well as tomato plants. And to solve these two is in the fall when everything's dead and you pulled out, do not rotate your plants into the soil. Pull them out, put them away someplace, either if you have suspected either a virus or virus or wilt. Move the plants into a separate area and burn them. Okay? Other thing is make sure your plants are healthy when you compost them. Do not recycle the disease over and over. And in your fields, spray copper sulfate. I keep telling people this, nobody ever listens to me. Okay? So, if you want to get rid of wilt and virus, pick off the leaves, check for your healthy of your plant. Here's a trick of old Uncle Ailments. If your soil's acidy, spray a mixture of vegetable oil, baking soda, and either dishwashing soap, Dawn, or Carlisle soap into small proportions together, and then you mix it into a gallon of water, and then you spray your plants for it. That's for only acidy soil. For alkaline soil, it's the opposite. You spray with vinegar and water into a gallon of water. Okay? You check the measurements. It's in Google. It's on YouTube. You shake it up, and you spray your garden bed in a 5-gallon, 10-gallon, 1-gallon sprayer. It doesn't take too long. Don't use the hand sprayer. It cramps up your hand. Use a 1-gallon sprayer, folks. Okay, then the second thing we're having a big problem is, this is areas with high humidity and rain, is gray mold. Gray mold is a bacteria infection. You get canker sores. You'll have like a gray slime on the stem of the plant. You have like a black, horrible, god-looking thing on half your plants and stuff. Put in a couple of baby aspirin or regular aspirin into a gallon of water. Shake it up and you spray your plants with it before you see it go that far. Okay, it's a preventative. Do not spray the plants when they already has the disease. You have to catch it early as you can. Okay, everybody clear on that? You took notes? Good. Okay, next two is a big headache of mine because it's part nutrient deficient and part because we have this stuff in the air all around us. We have tomato blight and we also have blossom end rot. Now, tomato blight can go between tomatoes, peppers, and potatoes. Okay? So those 3 crops, after the fall, and you pull them out of the ground and you compost them. If they're healthy, they're fine. Disease, you burn them. And you spray that area with, again, copper sulfate. Okay? People look at me, why do I have to spray copper sulfate? Because the disease is in the ground, stupid. Put that down in your notes. Okay? So you want to solve that. And then you want to test your soil for any deficiency. Usually the copper sulfate kills the bugs and increases micronutrients in the soil, which is good because a lot of you don't understand that. Okay, but usually after that I would put in Epsom salts, I would put in more organics, I would put in trace elements. They don't sell gray rock dust or volcanic dust. When I was a kid, they used to have a big bag of that, 50 pounds for $4. And that was wonderful. It treated crappy dirt like magic, especially the ones that came from Pompeii. Yeah, all those dead people. That ash is really nutrient rich with micronutrients, and they used to sell it, but they quit doing that because of, I don't know, laws or FDA again. And God, I hate these people sometimes. But okay, we took care of all the diseases. Now we're going to elemental or weather related problems. Sun scorch. You see that big tan, light tan spot? That's called sunburn or sun scorch. Your tomato got hit with a full blast of UV radiation, which is bad. So when you live in an area like Uncle Alan is, with high UV area, you can't put sunscreen on. The tomato looks stupid as hell. So what you do is put over a shade, like backyard gardens in LA. So you put old bed sheets over it, so the rays of the sun don't burn our tomatoes, which is smart, and you can do the same. They do have a plastic roll that you could buy that you can stretch over your, like on my grow pod or green pod, and that protects all the plants inside from harmful UV rays. I've been testing out this year. It works really good. I might buy the fabric later by myself in a big roll to cover these plants. Okay, I'll probably make a frame to cover it. Okay, next problem, part deficiency and part ripening problem. Okay, it's called greenback. That's where half tomato is green, that's towards the stem, and the bottom half is pure red. Okay, you could solve this very easy. Depending on the variety of the tomato, oh God, this gives me a headache. You pick them early, you put them on the windowsill. Every other tomato, you put an apple there from store-bought. Apple release, they have a ripening gas called acetylene. I can't pronounce it. Sorry, it's morning. I have to have more coffee. Produce ethylene on the plants, which will speed up the ripening process. 50% of them will go turn bright red or near red, and that solves your problem. You put the apples, you put it on a ripening table. What we used to do here, it's a wood table, has to be a wood surface. Do not use plastic. Or get a big plywood board, you put it on top, and you rotate the tomatoes. Okay, you have to rotate tomatoes as it ripens. You put several apples in between the tomatoes. That off gassing will ripen the tomatoes faster. Okay, easy as pie. You could do this on bromides too, because Uncle Alan has tons of little secrets that you're not supposed to know. Okay, that'll stop greenback. Fruits, when your tomato splits in half, fruit splitting, that means too much water. And this year we had a lot of rains in certain areas. Okay, that's either direct contact or through the roots. And then your tomatoes explode. Only thing you do is, if they're near ripening, pick them early and ripen them on the tomato, like I told you with greenback. And that should stop it. When you have a split, you'll see either brown or black crack in it. That's mold into it. It's harmful for us. Just cut out the bad part and can the tomato. Okay? Bugs. We had a really bad year for bugs. Okay? White fly and green fly, easy. Get something with a yellow base, and that's sticky, and you put it between the plants. A lot of you had big problems, Dustin and Cortney, with poor soil quality. How can Uncle Alan tell poor soil quality? Your potato plants are 3 to 4 feet tall. All your potatoes at the surface. That's a hint. Okay? You need more organics. Stop putting in manure. Organics. Okay? Don't have Fred run out there and poo in the garden. No, you need plant material. wood chips, leaves, okay? Grass clippings, which I enjoy a lot better with grass clippings, but make sure what they get fed with. Leaves, you want to get oak leaves, pine needle leaves. Oak leaves and pine needle leaves, if ground up first, you people, how am I going to ground up there, Uncle Al? You get your lawnmower out, go through the leaf bed 4 or 5 times, and then you got it. And then you plow it into the dirt. It's like, yeah, that's why we wear a hat, son. So our brains don't get fried. Like, practice homesteader. I'm looking and got to wear a hat, son. Okay? So back to the bugs. White fly, green fly, that always works good. All right? If you have a bug light, you can put a bug light out there and that will get rid of some of the harmful insects out there. It just zaps them and you go, ah! And then you put it over the chicken or duck pen and they have a free lunch. Okay? Next one is black fly. Black fly you have to spray with a organic pesticide. What I recommend, grab cigarette butts, grab cigar butts, put in a half cup of boiling hot water until it looks like dark tea, pour into a gallon of water, spray everything for black fly. Do not spray on the plant. Spray around the sides and in the pathways. Okay? It's a nicotine-based alkaloid spray. You have to be careful because it will burn plants. I keep telling this to people, oh, I sprayed my plants, they all turned brown and died. Were you listening to me? I said do not spray in plants. You spray between the rows and around the garden bed. They're all looking at me like, huh? You said it was an insecticide. We sprayed on the insect, killed the plants. Yeah, but I didn't tell you to spray it on the plants. No, we thought we like, stop thinking and listen carefully. Take notes. Okay? Red Spider Mite is the same. You could use either one of the sprays I told you earlier. Vinegar and water works well, and they'll hop off and land in the areas where you put in the nicotine spray. Easiest part. Caterpillars, spot them, pick them up, feed it to the chickens. Not a problem, folks. It's not rocket science. Okay? Every year I try to make my tomato plants. I'm trying to figure out what things that cause harm to them. Okay? A lot of you, if you're in a good zone, I always say Cortney and Destin, because they're in Ohio. That's a great tomato growing area. Okay? Here, Uncle Alan's living in God in a desert. I'm below the good. Northern California has a good tomato area. Down here, it's like, oh God, it's hell. Because they screwed up the environment. They destroyed Tulare Lake. When we had Tulare Lake, we had tomatoes, we had watermelons, we have cantaloupe. After they pumped Tulare dry to feed their cotton fields in Bakersfield, that's another reason why everybody hates Bakersfield. And to do their oil drilling thing, it screwed up agriculture 6 ways to Sunday around here. It dropped our water table 23 feet. In other words, when you see your dirt and property goes thunk. So we're pissed. Okay? And Uncle Alan's been working in his great brains to solve these problems. Okay? Here's some secrets. Atmospheric condensers. No government on earth is talking about it because they're I can't say the word because I promise a lot of my friends I'd be family friendly. I don't curse. Atmospheric condenser. Write that down. It compresses the gas or cools the air so you get water vapor. Compresses the gas to get what's in the air that's causing all the problems? CO2 and methane. CO2 you could use as refrigerant. Methane you would use as rocket fuel or fuel for cars. But nobody ever mentions this. Why? Because they're Ohio, and they're trying to get rid of you. They can make this world a paradise. But no, they don't want to do that. Because once they do that, they know the people are in power and everybody's going to get them. Second secret I'm going to tell you, Uncle Alan's a kook, so you don't listen to any medical advice. I have no medical training. I'm just an old crazy kook that hangs around with a lot of animals and kids, goats, and such forth. There is a type of pill that you can buy, cost only 3 cents. Uncle Alan's been taking it because Uncle Alan gets worms all the time, because I've been around animals. If you're around animals, you should get that. Okay? But I have chickens. Fine, go do a soil sample, see how many worms you got. Well, I didn't know I had that, and it's about this big. Okay? If you're not losing weight and you're kind of heavy set, that means you have something in your gut. And you talk to your doctor, ask for anti-worming medicine because you're around animals and you're afraid you picked up something. And you do that just once a year. I work around cows, chickens, goats, pigs, especially pigs. And you take that anti-worming medicine. It's for kids with pinworms. Okay, 3 cents a tablet. Now, in the United States, somebody discovered that you use the same medication to treat certain ailments. And the FDA said it's not proven, you can't do it, that's quack medicine. So we won't talk about that because Uncle Alan's a kook, not a doctor. But Uncle Alan's been taking anti-worm medicine since this started because I handle a lot of animals and I handle a lot of dung. That's poo, folks. Have some more morning coffee. So you talk to your doctor and you tell him you handle a lot of animals and you think you might got infected with some kind of worm thing. And they'll ask for a stool sample. Usually 90% of the stool samples, if you have chickens, you have pigs, you have rabbits, will have some kind of parasite worm, and that you got it. Okay? This is a lifesaver because this is a lot better than into the shoulder, you'll be fine. We'll just give you a booster shot. Now, Uncle Alan's a kook, but Japan and South Korea refuses Moderna. They returned 1.5 million doses back to the United States to be destroyed. South Korea has already incinerated theirs and cursed Biden, Captain Crazy's administration for this. So like I said, Uncle Al's a kook, so you should not take any medical advice from Uncle Al. I just do garden, I take care of animals. Okay? And I'll catch you later. And I do warn people, if you follow this path, you're looking at $1 billion lawsuit. Not by feds, by the people of the United States. Because Uncle Al thinks somebody's covering up. And their initial starts with the CCP. Catch you later, folks. You have a nice day. Later.